All right, so the first of the many things that will go wrong, I used the wrong countdown timer. I actually made a new one for this show. I had the Waterhole one as a test countdown during the week. Let me make sure that I'm actually talking. So give me a second here. All right, I'm talking very loudly. All right. So I made the new timer with the Haunted Horse Show, and of course I played the wrong one. I said I played the one with the water hole. So there's mistake number one. I bet you I've got a good 20, 30 screw-ups before the show's over. So anyway, welcome to the Haunted Horse Show. This show was not ready when I announced I was going to do it. Monday, I started the Haunted Horse Show with the Waterhole build. And I'm like, you know what? I keep kicking the can down the road. I'm going to do a show tonight. I will use the current build for the Waterhole. And we'll go ahead and get this thing. I had this thing being built out, but it wasn't ready yet. I hadn't tested. Sound works. Burn Dog's in. He's first to the inaugural. So in 20 years, when we're doing retrospectives, or 30 years in Jim Rome's case, of who was the first person to Burn Dog, first person to text or post on the Haunted Horse Show. So you're a legend. You're a legend, Burn Dog, in your own mind. I got my Haunted Horse shirt, established 1969. Mark, nice background. I'll take a Mai Tai. You know what? Let's do this right. We're gonna kick off the weekend. Hello. I don't have much window here because of the green screen. It's a real tight shot. Like the other show where I got the whole thing, I'm real crowded in this little tiny space. Is that the one I wanted? It sounds kind of Hawaiian. Wait, what's this one sound like? That didn't sound like Hawaiian. Hey, I put Hawaiian music in the thing, and this is what I'm getting. It is... That's not Hawaiian. There you go. There. Oh, I like that. That one. A Mai Tai. Yeah. Gotta have a Mai Tai if you're in Hawaii. You know, I don't drink anymore, unfortunately. But I did like myself a Mai Tai. Another good drink in the islands of Hawaii is a grasshopper. Those are popular over there. But Mai Tai, you gotta go Mai Tai. Hurricane's not so bad. All right, Hurricane, I used to get those at Hard Rock cafes because you'd get to keep the glass, and then it would say which Hard Rock cafe you drink, cafe that you drank it at. So I had one from San Francisco. I had one from Vegas. Where are the other Hard Rocks? I think, is there one in Hawaii? I think. Anyway, I had 3 or 4 or 5 of those glasses. So Burn Dog is the first inaugural chatter on the show. So guess what, Burn Dog?
You won! You won! You won! You did it!
And Mark, you are second place, but second place.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Anyway, we'll do that. That's the new thing on the Waterhole too. First gets the winner, and second gets the thing, and you know what? That's incredible. All right, here we go. Hey, you're starting to realize that I stole the Waterhole build and changed the fonts around, but you're going to see lots of stuff that you see from the Waterhole over here. And you know why that is? Nobody cares. You know why that is because I know where all the buttons are. And to have another show where I have different build, it would not only screw up this show because I'd be looking for shit, it would screw up that show because I'd be like, well, on the other show, it's this. You got to keep it consistent. It's just, what, sir? What, sir? Oh, don't you do that, you jerk. All right, anyway, welcome to the inaugural Haunted Horse Show. And since this is the Friday show and the Monday show are going to look different. The Friday show is, we're going into the weekend. So you're going to have this. The Monday show, I think I've got like storm clouds and tornadoes and lightning and shit because who likes Monday? Now, there are some jobs. I even had one once where, you know, your days off are like Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. And I used to hate Fridays. This is when I worked at Safeway, the grocery business. I hated Fridays because I would hear like all the FM channels, music stations, saying, oh, it's Friday. At 5 o'clock, it'd be like Friday. I remember one used to play the Flintstones where they ring the, Flint, you know, and he gets to go home for the weekend. He's off work. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm driving to work, you assholes. But that was in my early 20s when it was all about me and I didn't care about other people. And the fact that I had to work when everyone was getting off work for the weekend pissed me off. Anyway, I still screw up every once in a while. Like today I was in the store. Hey, have a good weekend. I'm thinking, oh shit, they work on the weekends. But, you know, I was a good spirit when people did that shit to me. And so now it's their turn to be a good spirit to, John. Hey, John, you're in my shot. Hey, John. Anyway, here we go. The Friday show also has one thing that the Monday show will not have. The Friday show will always open up with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd.
This will be your weekend kickoff show. Once again, if you're in retail, I'm sorry. James Bond is sorry. Yeah, you don't get to participate in The Weeknd. All right. Anyway, this show's going to be real clunky. It literally was not ready to go yet. But, you know, the show goes on. We got to do it. Where's my music? There we go. Nice, easy going. Anyone got plans for the weekend? Audience. Once again, no one knows the show's happening. I gave it like 2 days of notice because I didn't know. As of Wednesday, I didn't even know I was doing a show Friday. So there you go. It will be its own thing. We are going to do weird news because I like the weird news. It's fun. And oh, there I am on Twitter or X platform. Look at me. I look like a hot mess. Anyway, so we'll have weird news. I have not, because I had to go on Ryan's show today. That's my new Friday thing. I'm responsible for that. And the fact that Ryan made me wait in the waiting room for 45 minutes. Yes, I was there to do a service for his show and support him. And he made me wait in the waiting room for 45 minutes when I was supposed to be working on this show. Hey, Ryan, this little girl, I told her to do that. You're an ass, dude. You let me rot in the waiting room. And of course, I had to be ready to go. And then he does go to me and I'm not ready because he's looking at the camera and he's like, oh, he's actually doing something else. I'm going to go to him now and embarrass him. I would never embarrass him like he just embarrassed me.
Well, yeah, you see these guys on banana boats together in the off season, and sorry, but the background noise. My dog wants to ask you a question. Apparently.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm sure he's got good knowledge hanging around you.
Yeah, so. He tries from time to time.
That and then the Bobby Hurley accident that really cost him whatever career he was going to have. I think he would have been good.
Ryan's getting pissed right here. That stupid dog.
An all-star or anything, but after that, it just wasn't any way his body.
Shut up, Gordo.
Yeah, what were the plans around Bobby? Were they?
Now he's like, oh, I'm gonna ask him a question so I can zoom in on him and go take care of the dog.
No, I think the thinking was that the team really needed to play more.
So he zooms in on Jerry, and now he runs back
that could really create
to the bedroom to shut the dog up.
And break the defenses down, find Mitch in particular, Mitch and Walt Williams and guys who had some really good perimeter scores. And so
and now he comes back in
the future.
Hey, Ryan, your mic's muted, dude. Hey, Ryan, you're muted.
I think I've lost your sound there, Ryan. Yeah, I can't read lips, but I mean, if I could, I can't hear you lick.
You got me?
I got you
hear me?
Now.
Okay, that was weird.
It wasn't weird. You put it on mute when you went and shut your dog up. I added the whiny dog noise. He didn't beat up his dog. I added that. I also elevated the volume on the dog to make it funnier. Anyway, I would never embarrass him. So why would he leave me in the waiting room? And there is no food in the waiting room. No, there isn't. There's no bathroom either. I'm doing the pee-pee dance, waiting for my turn to go. He's like, oh, horse is waiting. Well, there's two people in front of him. I'm going to take them first. I'm giving him the Gary, the Sean Payton, the double bird. Apparently Sean Payton likes to give double birds. Anyway, I survived. I am a cat person. Hi, kitty. 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 Little kitty. Come here, little kitty. I'm going to pet you, little kitty. Anyway, there you go. I got to figure this thing out. This camera keeps showing up. I'm going to kill it. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. Dan is a better coach and basketball player than Bobby. What did I miss? What did I miss there? Are you watching two shows, Burn Dog? Dan is a better coach and basketball player than Bobby? Huh? Cats. Love. You know what? I got Ryan's show. I got for the last 2 days, I got the whole chat to go dogs or cats. And the cats were winning like 70%. They talked about Bobby Hurley in your video. Oh, got it. Burn Dog, I wasn't even paying attention to what Jerry was saying because I was listening to the dog and I watched that live and I'm watching Ryan. He's like, anyway, he was going to murder that dog. Anyway, yeah, Bobby Hurley. Yes. Dan Hurley is a better coach. That's saying something when the guy's got 2 NCAA back-to-back titles and he's going for 3 to say, I mean, you're not wrong. Let's see what the body of work looks like when the careers are all done. We'll see. I think Bobby's going to pass. Wait, Dan Hurley. Now I'm getting them mixed up. Dan Hurley. No, reverse what I just said. I did mix them up. Yes, you're correct. Yes, Dan. Yes, I'm wrong. Is this a sports show? No, it is not a sports show. By the way, if anyone wants to join me on Zoom, Zoom is open. You don't get the green screen. I mean, if you have a green screen at home, set it up. I will definitely filter out and put the chroma key in, but you will probably not get green screen unless you have one set up. So you're a Giants fan. I am a Giants fan. Should they buy or sell at the trade deadline? Oh, that's a good question. You know what? That's a great question. I don't think they're close enough to be buyers. But I also don't think they should be sellers. They've got young players. I'm trying to think of any vets that are at their, sometimes you just stand pat. Lee will be back next year. I mean, we've got some injury issues. Boy, I'll tell you what, and I don't think he'd be worth much, but if you could get rid of Soler, however you pronounce his name, that was a bad signing. I'm not a fan yet. Now, if he gets hot, maybe, I don't know. You need to have assets, yeah, right? We have good and Snell is. I mean, the guys that we made signed where they had value, they no longer have value. That's the problem. So it's like, I think you stay pat. You don't want to give up any of your young players. I think you stay pat. It's just not the year. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, and when I am a Giants fan, but like Ryan in the chat, I am not a sports fan. Get to football, then I have more knowledge, but football's my thing. I like the Giants because, when I was growing up, got to go to Candlestick, see Giants games. They were horrible Giants teams, but I didn't care because I was young and it was just cool to be there. Get your baseball signed before the game started, try to catch a fly ball or a foul ball. I caught a couple of those in batting practice. So, I just grew up a Giants fan. I mean, there was a Giants team where Chili Davis was the best player on the team and everyone else, I mean, they were bad teams, but I rooted for the uniforms. I have a rapidly decreasing interest in football. 7-Eleven with that. That's interesting because Ryan's show, and I watched it today, so I'm going to refer to it. He has a guy called Corn Dog. He's been renamed Corn Dog. He's Con Dog, but he's now Corn Dog. He was talking about his excitement for college football this year, and he was going over all the reasons. And I haven't really thought about it because it's still far enough away but the team I root for is the Ducks, and the conference realignment, which hasn't, it's not done. There's still dominoes that need to fall, but it is happening. It's in the middle of what it's going to be in the future, which are super conferences. And so he started talking about the new playoff format, more teams, bigger conferences. And he started getting me like, yeah. And we still, Huskies or the Ducks can be, the rivalry. I don't know how the Oregon State games, the Civil War, what they call it something else. It's the Civil War. Oh, it's politically incorrect. We've got to call it whatever the hell they changed it to. It's still the Civil War to me. But I think college football is on its way to be so much better than it has been. I think the games will mean more. There's, the purists will say, well, if you lose during the regular season, it doesn't mean as much. I still think it's going to mean a lot. Anyway, not to get off on too big of a tangent. I'm looking forward to college football this year, and even more so the next several years, because I think it's going to be, it will always be the Civil War, right? Seven lives in Duckstown. Are you a Ducks fan, Seven? Just because you live in Eugene doesn't mean you have to be a Ducks fan. But anyway, it's the Civil War. And I still call where the Portland Trailblazers play the Rose Garden. I don't call it the Moda Center. Screw that. It's Rose Garden. So I got a foul ball. Marked said I got my only foul ball at a game, the last night game at the Stick. Nice. I have never been to, I almost said Levi. I've never been to Oracle, and there's a chance that I'm going to get to go to a game, a very good chance I'm going to get to go game in July. I'm going down to see my folks, and it's either going to be against Toronto or the Twins, somewhere in there. We're not sure when we're going, but they're going to have a homestand, and I'm going to see my first game at Oracle. So hopefully they splash a ball in the Bay, but I'm just excited to go. And I haven't seen it. All my games, Niners and Giants, were all at Candlestick. So yeah, when they tore it down, you know, nostalgia, I was sad, but I mean, it was dated. It was a dated place. So I got to, for those that don't know, I've talked about this enough, but some don't. I did get to go onto the field for the NFC Championship game, 49ers and Rams, and that was in the Joe Montana, Jim Everett, Eric Dickerson, Ronnie Lott, Roger Craig days, and I got a field pass for that game, and they blew out, forget the score, it was something like 28-3 or 20. Anyway, it was a blowout. Rams scored 3 points. That was like fun. So anyway, that was good times. Once again, you can come on via Zoom. You got to DM me at Haunted00Horse on Twitter, Haunted00Horse. If you want to come on the show, I can. And this show, like I said, it's still being put together. So your Zoom feed, we'll have to adjust it when you get in and everything. You can come in audio only as well. So this is a show under construction. Let's put it that way. You know how they open things early and you can kind of get there, but things don't work and look right. That's where the show is right now. It's getting there. So anyway, thanks for being here though. It's the first show. It'll get better. I'm not like, for those of you that watch Jim Rome, they tested their show for like 3, 4, 5 weeks, the X-Feed show, and got it all, you know, they were running fake shows every day and trying to get, I'm not that guy. I throw them out to the public before they're done. So there you go. I like this camera HH. Yeah, went with green screen. So you want to see what it looks like without the green screen? Let me use the other camera. Let's see. There it is. There's the green screen. There's the magic. There it is. This baby was my big investment. I've had cheapo green screens in the past. And, you know, with the fabric or whatever, and when I fold them up to put them away and then I bring them out, they've got folds in them and everything else. This, I went with the big budget. All that t-shirt money, all the t-shirts I'm selling, I save up my money. Check this out. This is a retractable green screen. There's my dirty laundry and office. So it goes away, and then when I want to do a show, pulls down. Like if you ever had those old movie projectors in school, I know the kids don't have those anymore. They have the computer screens or whatever. But now that thing gets tucked away in mere seconds. I don't have to take the curtain out and iron it or throw it in the dryer with a spray bottle, get it nice and steamed up and get the wrinkles out. And then, because when you have wrinkles on your green screen, this is the best your show has ever looked. 7-Eleven. You know why? Because I don't have a ugly co-host next to me. It makes the show prettier. Ha! Sorry, Ryan. Hey, Seven, I'll send you that $20. I wanted him to post that in the chat so that I could land that punchline. Boom, boom, boom. You want to see my impression of Ryan? All right, here it is. I don't have the wig though. I actually have a better impression, but here we go. So, Jerry, what do you think the Kings are going to be next year in terms of record? Do Do you think they have a chance to make the playoffs, or are they going to be in the play-in game? Or, what do you think? And what off-season moves do you think we need to make this year? I'll take your answer off the air. Sorry, Ryan. Ryan, if you were here, you could defend yourself. Oh, I got a DM. That might be Ryan saying, "Get me on the show." Good. Okay. I want your feedback. I am getting feedback from Darren. And he said, and I'm sure I have permission to show this. He said the purple text is hard to read. Let's look at this. The purple text is easy to read on the water hole. I used those colors for that show to make it better. I got to find where is it? There it is. So he's saying, let's see, let's do that. He's saying it's hard to read. And I want your feedback. I mean, it is because there's purple on that other side. So I can put more black behind it. It's all about aesthetics. If there's too much black, you can't see the images behind it, but I can fix that. The one thing I can't do is change it. I could, but then it makes the water hole hard to read. And it's not an easy change where I could change it between shows, unfortunately. That's technical speak for I'm lazy and I don't want to spend an hour changing the shows between what I do on Mondays and Fridays and what I do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I can clean that up a little bit. That's good to know. Purple text sucks on Waterhole too. Needs more contrast. All right. Well, you're the first one that said it. I will listen to others. And you know what's funny? It went to purple because what it was, I think it was black before that. That was really hard. And I actually noticed it before the fans started saying, hey, it's hard to read who's talking or whatever. They don't give me many choices. I think I've got like a dozen choices. And I picked the best of the ones. But I'll look at it. I'll check it out. And you know what? The water hole, we changed the background. We used to have the African desert with the water drinking hole, and the animals would come in and out of the shot. And it probably looked really good there because you had a lot of earth tones. You had browns and yellows and oranges. And then we moved to the Lake Tahoe. I would imagine purple is hard to see so that's the problem. I never changed the font when we switched to Lake Tahoe. So good to know. I want the feedback, guys. I do. We're always trying to make the shows look better. And that's definitely something I want to know about. I don't want you guys to not be able to read who's chatting or what's going on. The best show you've looked, I know, from a design. I know, but it was a chance to take a shot at Ryan, Seven. I mean, honestly, you set me up with a softball and I whacked it. Now, I noticed Ryan isn't here anymore. I think he left. He's like, oh, screw you, horse. I came to support your new show, and you're going to freaking take shots at me? Yeah, I am. By the way, sorry, not trying to be a dick. No, you're... Darren, I'm honest. I want to know. This is me being honest. Tell me. I even like it when people say your screen's too cluttered on the water hole, and there's too much going on and everything else. I like to hear it. I don't always change things, but I need to know, and especially audio levels. And Bacon's the best at that. He'll say, you know what, you had so-and-so on and it was harder to hear them or they were too loud. I do the same thing for Stucknut. I tell him what is working and what doesn't work, and we all help each other. I need to know. He's crying to the delight of Calgary. Yes. I'm going to say the NBA and NHL. I lost one of my screens. Hold up. I must have exited out. What an idiot. What a moron. I had the screen. It's because I moved it up there so I could show you guys the picture. What a moron. If I had Bacon here, he would have the drop. I'm such an idiot. There you go. I can do my own drops because I sound like me, apparently. All right, so what else we got? Darren and Kuna retweeted the show. That is awesome. It's helpful. Most times. It's helpful when I'm prepared and I have a good show. Tonight, you're just retweeting a train wreck of a show. And I'm kidding. All my shows are train wrecks. So I've got weird news. Look at the hot headlines. These are, so, when I give you guys the weird news, I've cherry picked a few stories that are interesting. Let me just read some of the crap that I pass on. This would be a regular day. So I go to the Mirror because they have weird, interesting news stories. And hey, I found the rat summer, the chicks that are looking for boyfriends that look like rats 2 weeks before Rome did, because it was a UK story that started to gain traction, and then the Post picked it up. Boomer Esiason talked about it, and then Rome talked about it yesterday. So I was 2 weeks ahead of Rome on that one. But here's the stuff. Mom stunned after hen saved from the slaughterhouse lays monster egg. See, that would be one I'd be like, eh. Wait, I got a sound effect for these. I'll run each one I don't like. All right. Savvy shoppers rave about Aldi's brilliant bladeless fan to keep cool ahead of summer. I want to use my real name at work, but I'm worried I'll be laughed at and fired. Actually, I do kind of want it. What's his name? It's a dude. So he uses a fake name at work because strangers mock his real name. Okay. But it's now considering his boss refers to him by his real name, Sasha. So his name's Sasha, which is funny because if you're a fan of Ryan's show, they've been talking about Sasha. Apparently he doesn't like his name Sasha, and people mock him because his name's Sasha. Is Sasha really Sasha? Anyway, is that a name to be teased about? Sasha Baron Cohen? There's lots of Sashas. Anyway, is it one of those like mine? I'm Chris, where it can be male or female. Is that a Sasha? Is there men and women? I don't know. Anyway, uninhibited. If there was an island that was uninhibited, that would be news because it would have a moral opinion of itself. Uninhabited UK island has sensational sunsets and is a haven for adorable puffins. Woman can't live without free hack to stop nail varnish from chipping or smudging. See, I get rid of all the garbage so that you guys don't have to do it. But since I was on Ryan's show waiting in the waiting room for 45 minutes, I didn't have time to prep for my show. And now I have to do this. I have to find a story that's interesting. I'm the train wreck here, says Darren. By the way, if you want a little behind the scenes, if any of you remember a show, well, you don't have to remember it. I can pull it up. Let's see. Called The Anticipated Train Wreck. Let's pull up an episode of The Train Wreck from May 7th, 2022. Here we go. If you guys remember this show, here we go.
A hotel bed and breakfast and turn on the TV. Run! And they're like, wreck them. I'm like, what? What was that? And now they do it on the radio.
There's the Anticipated Train Wreck. You got
different sound effects and stuff like that.
Oh, look, Ryan's on it. God, Ryan's on everything.
Ryan said about like when they got something on TV that's on during Jim Rome show where he's only on
the hell
on radio.
Are you talking about, Ryan?
I look forward
Ryan
to that.
Trying to be Mr. Cool
I feel
is
it
so
too. I
great.
feel like
Feel good about yourself,
he's
Ryan.
More lax and he's,
like you said, it loosens
anyway,
up.
we've got Headstrom Bacon.
He could play bump music for 2.
Ryan was being a guest. There was actually 4 members of the Anticipated Train Wreck. Why do I have bees over there? I have bees on that right-hand side. I don't know what that means. Or are those roaches?
Minutes while he's looking at something on his computer screen and no one will give a shit.
Now Wood's making fun of me.
Oh, that was the best.
Anyway, this was the train wreck. Pool Doc, 12 Wood, me without a beard, and Headstrom Bacon. I'm trying to get that show at least for a one-off. I'm kind of talking to some of the guys. I'm like, we need to do a show because 12 Wood's not doing wood scopes. Never see a wood scopes again. I hope he's not in here. He'll fire me. Anyway, so I'm trying to get the boys back together again. And Ryan, you can be an honorary member of the. Ryan, you left, didn't you? You're not watching this. I don't blame you if you turned it off. Oh, he's here. Damn, I wish the water hole looked like this. Like this, the Haunted Horse Show? Now, that's a loaded statement. Is it because it's clean and I don't have all the crap? Or is it because of the sunset? Or is it because of both? We need our Hawaiian music. There we go. And Mark said we need Mai Tais. Is someone calling me or texting me? It's probably Darren saying, I hate the purple font. Change it now. Oh, shit. My aunt she's going on a cruise with us. And she's like, hey, call me when you get a chance. I'm getting ready to book the cruise. Lisa, I'm doing a show. I'm your nephew. You should know my show schedule. Come on. Come on. Take the water hole to actual water location. Oh. I would do Lake Tahoe in a heartbeat. Ryan, are you up for it? We should move to Lake Tahoe. You wouldn't have to move as far as me. I can get the wife to move there. She ain't moving. Tyler wanted me to move to Wisconsin. She ain't moving there. It's too much ice. I know Tahoe has ice too, but it's pretty. Anyway. Damn, I wish the water hole looked like this. Yeah, because it's clean. It's got a sunset. And Ryan, get a green screen, bro. Get a green screen. And then we can do green screen at Lake Tahoe. There you go. Were you here when I showed you the green screen, Ryan? Did you see it? I don't know when you were here. Anyway, back to weird news. I gotta get the gym room run. These are the stupid stories I have to surf through to find my gems. Oh, actually, there was a good story here. I mean, it's not a good story, but it's interesting. So this, oh gosh, it's one of those, Ryan, be glad this isn't the water hole because I stick you with these stupid stories and you are a good sport and you just like sit there and let me read about them. And then, you give some input, but here's one of these again, stories. I slept with 5 people in one day, which isn't really impressive considering we had the woman that slept with 120 spring breakers over spring break. And she made like over $1.5 million in Mexico. I slept with 5 people in one day. People call me disgusting, but mom supports me. 5 people in one day, really? There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing wrong with it is like posting on Reddit. I'm sure she did. Wait, listen to this article. I've never seen that before. Do they like read the story for me? Let's find out. I've never seen this before. I don't hear anything. Do you guys hear anything? I hit play. It's playing. What is it, behind a paywall? That's weird. Anyway. Any Night made headlines in 2023 when it was revealed she had slept with 300 people in a year. Okay, we've talked about this woman. We did. We did. Is she the one from Australia? There's been several of these, including 5 in one day, and was subsequently fired from her corporate job. We did not talk about her. We talked about an Australian woman. So she got fired. Annie recently opened up on the Kyle and Jackie O show. So she didn't even go to Reddit. She opened up on the Kyle and Jackie O show. I don't know what that is. Does anyone know what Kyle and Jackie O is? I bet you that show's not as good as Hot Ones. I was telling my boss about the Hot Ones episodes. He hasn't seen it either. I'm like, yeah, well, welcome to the club. I hadn't seen it. Apparently it's been out since 2017. And it's freaking amazing. I'm going to watch I'm going to watch at least another 10 Hot Ones this weekend. Now, I have a birthday party. My mother-in-law turns 85 tomorrow. So I've got to do a birthday party thing. That will cut into my Hot Ones viewing. But I don't have a father. He passed away. So Father's Day, since we're tying 85th birthday with Father's Day, my in-laws are taken care of. And I don't have a father. I'm not a father. So it's going to be a Hot Ones Father's Day for me because I don't have to celebrate it. Love your energy. Is this going to be a weekly show? Yes, Mondays and Fridays. So the Haunted Horse schedule, I haven't put this on my webpage yet. It's so new. The Haunted Horse schedule, and thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. The Haunted Horse schedule is 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Haunted Horse. Now, 3 of those days have Haunted Horse and Ryan in Sacktown, or Rhino in Sacktown. So Ryan and I are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but then I bookend those with the solo show. And anyone that wants to show up, once again, DM me on Twitter or X or both. Haunted 00 Horse, and I will get you a Zoom invite. I kind of want to see what that looks like because I'm going to put you next to me over there. And the green screen cuts my finger off. That's not very nice. Anyway, but thank you. The Von Miller. So I haven't seen Von Miller yet. Is that good? Hot Ones? I'm going to start chaining through these. So I found a website, and of course it's all subjective. They rank the top 100 Hot Ones in order. So I started at near the top, and I started going down the list. So Halle Berry was on there. Why can't I ever remember the actor that my wife has on her laminated list? If you don't know what the laminated list, it's an episode of Friends. And it's the 5 people you're allowed to sleep with and not get in trouble by your significant other. My wife has one. We did this based off Friends. It's just for fun. My wife has one, and I have a laminated list. And yes, so if I ever meet, like, who's on it? Like Jennifer Connelly. I can sleep with her, and my wife won't get mad. She can sleep with the Ant-Man guy that I can never remember his name. He's the guy that went, Who's Got It Better Than Us on Hot Ones. What? What's that guy's name? My boss asked me today, and I couldn't remember his name. And I couldn't remember his name last night on the water hole. And then after the show was over, she told me his name, and I still can't remember it. Who's Ant-Man? Who's Ant-Man? I keep wanting to say Judd or Josh. I think he plays Josh. His character's name is Josh in Clueless. Who is that Ant-Man guy? Come on, guys. Don't make me have to Google it. I've got too many things going on. Who's Ant-Man? Hey, what? Honey, who's Ant-Man? Are you there? Paul Rudd. Thank you. She knows right away who it is because he's on the list. So, yes, if Paul Rudd says, hey, I'd like to spend the weekend with you and, hook up, she gets to because he's on the list. Anyway, it's an episode of Friends. It's funny. We grew up in that generation that was must-see TV. I know a lot of people hate Friends. I like Seinfeld. Anyway, there you go. But Friends, I liked Friends, but I get it. A lot of people are like, the show doesn't do it for me. But anyway, Paul Rudd's on her list, and Thor, Chris Hemsworth is on her list. There's 5. I can't remember all 5. And I can't even remember my 5 because it changes a lot. Anyway, so he's at the top, apparently, #1 episode, but on Hot Ones. Anyway, it's good. It's a freaking awesome show. You know what? Gordon Ramsay has 125 million views on Hot Ones. 125 million views on YouTube. If you're a streamer, my top video on YouTube is 100,000. He's got 125 million views. I can't even. It's mind blowing. So, anyway, Annie Knight made headlines. Of course, I got to show a picture because obviously that's important for some reason. There she is. Wait. You guys can't see her. I can see her. All right, here she is. This chick, she slept with 300 people in one day. Jeez, that'd be something. She slept with 300 people in a year and 5 in one day, and apparently she got fired from her corporate job. So there she is. I guess I could read it. Whoa! By the way, for those that don't know,
the following program is intended for mature audiences.
We got some new audiences. Anyway, this is from the Mirror. She's got, she's in her little underwear or whatever. Any night, I gotta get that up. That screen's bright. It's like blinding. It's like the sun blinding my eyes. Let me get that off the screen. All right. Anyway, and this show is also...
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
And if Moto was here, he would say, this is very frank and explicit. All right, Any Night made headlines. Let's see. She found... Where's the fire? I left off at her getting fired from... Okay. Annie recently opened up on the Kyle and Jackie O. That's where I left it off. And I got off on my ADD theater and went on to laminated lists and people my wife is allowed to sleep with and I'm allowed to sleep with. About her adventurous sexual exploits, confessing she had been with 300 men and women in 2023 because it made her feel, quote, feel good, unquote. And she's, quote, down to try anything, unquote. She even revealed that on some days she might have encounters with up to 5 different people whom she finds through dating apps or from a list of regulars she maintains. Anyway, Ryan's counting his lucky stars that we did not do that story on the Waterhole. But the Waterhole is also...
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
All right, so let's see. What's the next page of weird stories? Once again, in the future, this show will be a lot tighter. I will have more prep work. I was doing more technical fixes last minute to get this thing up and running. I spent an hour on the green screen trying to get the lighting right. I had a big blob of light that... That's weird. Look at the green. I look like electric. Zzz. Anyway, I had a big blob of green that I couldn't get rid of. And I found that the light was turned up too much. Like, where's the nobody cares drop? Jeez. You would think I would know where these are since they're in the same place as the Waterhole. Someday I'll figure out how to color code these better. There it is. It only took me an hour to find it. There you go. Only an hour. Oh my God. I remember seeing this kid live. They were up like 20 and then they started melting down and they fell behind and they kept showing him and they started crying and it was interesting. All right. The Oh My God kid. And someone said that he graduated college and now I don't know, something. Or he played, I don't know. Let's catch up on the chat. Mickey D's. It's what first brought you across Brian Weber's radar. Yeah, the McRib. Let me talk to you about my McRib story. I haven't talked about this in a lot. This has been a couple of years. Here's my McRib story. So my grandparents lived in SoCal. My parents moved us to Sacramento. And then my parents divorced when I was 8, 9, somewhere in there. And my dad moved us to Portland, but my mom stayed in Sacramento. Actually, Sacramento and then the Bay Area later. Sacramento. So I'd go down and see her during the summer. And so I went down one summer. I'm like 11 or 10. Fly down. I'm going to spend the summer with my mom in Sacramento. And we took a roadie down to see my grandparents, which was always fun because we got to go to Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm and all that. So we're down there. I'm 10, 11 years old, 9, whatever it is. And I see this sign for McDonald's that says McRib. And I wanted one. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe it was a billboard because we weren't at the McDonald's. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's McRib? I want to have a McRib. I'm going to have a McRib. And my mom of course, told me we will have one when we're down here. Okay, so we're down there for 3 or 4 days or whatever. I promise. So every day I'm like, McRib, and she's like, no, but I promise. You'll get a McRib, I promise you, before we leave. So this is a parent promising her kid that he's going to get what he wants, right? The McRib. So we're down there and every day, McRib. So it's the last day. We've done Disneyland. We've done Knott's Berry Farm. We still haven't done McRib. And she's like, we'll get a McRib today. We're leaving today. We'll get a McRib. So we start driving back home. I'm like, McRib. And she's like, it's still breakfast. We'll get one for lunch. So we stop in Bakersfield. This is a Bakersfield story. Hey, Bakersfield.
The hell are you talking about, Ryan?
Bakersfield. We're talking about Bakersfield, Jim. And I'm going to tell the story about Bakersfield, even though you won't tell your story about Bakersfield.
Haunted horse poop.
Oh, don't get insulting, Jim. I'm just saying, you weren't telling us your Bakersfield story. You keep teasing it. I'm telling it. So we stop at Bakersfield, the McDonald's. I'm going to get my McRib that I've been waiting for 4 days to have and see what it's all about. What would you like, little boy? I would like a McRib, please, and some French fries and a Coke. Oh, I'm sorry. The McRib's only for the LA area. We don't have McRib in Bakersfield. What? What? You lied to me. Oh, I'm so sorry, son. You made me wait 4 days, and then we finally get, and it's like, and you waited too long, and if you would have just given it, and yeah, I was pissed off from Bakersfield to Sacramento about not getting a McRib, and I had not had one for like 15, 20 years before they finally became available everywhere, and I bought one, and they are gross. They're disgusting. They're gross. I finally got one 20 years later. I'm 31 years old, and I'm like, okay, I've been waiting 20 years to have the McRib, and I bite into the thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's a pickle on it. First of all, who the F puts a pickle on something that's sweet? What a disappointment. Oh my gosh. So, you know what? My mom saved me from it. I probably would have liked it at 11. I don't think I would have. I still don't. But you know how your taste change. But man, that's a disappointment. I finally got one. Yeah, Brian Weber loves them. Overrated. Yeah, Darren says McRib sucks anyway, right? Right? And don't get me started on how overrated In-N-Out Burger is. That one gets me in a lot of trouble because the In-N-Out crowd wants to tear me a new one when I've had it twice and both times disappointing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Apparently I'm supposed to order a jungle style or something. There's a way to order it, Gordo style or Guatemala style. Go to In-N-Out and go, I'll take the Guatemala style or something like that. And apparently that's better. I don't know. Anyway, anywho, almost out of show. Last chance to get on this baby. I'm surprised Darren, you know what? Darren doesn't want to be here unless Ryan's here. I don't blame him. Let's see. Here we go. Here's another story. Wait, I got to get ready to run it if it sucks. I'm still single after 5,000 boyfriend applications. One creepy DM haunts me. Did I DM her? Is she putting a coded word for haunted horse? Anyway, here we go. This is the entitled woman. 5,000 boyfriend applications. All right. Of course, everyone wants to know what she looks like. There you go. Hey, let me clean that up a little bit. 12wood, when I do his show, the wood scopes, he says he always loves when I'm resizing things in live time. He goes, that looks so cool when you do that. There you go. This woman, I'm still single after 5,000 boyfriend applications. One creepy DM haunts me. It haunts her. All right, I'm reading it. I want to hear about the creep more than anything else. 5,000 applications. Oh, come on. Why is that not coming down? Why is it stuck up there? Shit. I can't get the story up. Ah! Why is that tab stuck up there? It's stuck. It's stuck. I can't get that thing down. What the hell? I had this problem a couple months ago where the tabs were timing out. I can't do anything with it. Can I click on the link? Nothing. It's dead. The whole page is dead. That haunts me when the page dies. What is going on? I hate technical issues, man. What is going on? Control Alt Delete. This is always fun when I got a live streaming software. I don't even know if I'm live anymore because the whole screen goes blank. Chrome. What is going on with Chrome? I'm going to kill everything. Ouch. Shit. You know what the odds of me finding that story in a timely manner? I told you this. Restore pages. Yes. Thank you, Chrome. Restore pages is awesome when it works. All right. I found the story. Video loading. I don't want a video. Oh, it's an ad. Come on. Oh, she's got a video. Come on. Stop. Hold on. This is why I need a co-host. Like, hey, Ryan, say something for a while so I fix this problem. Okay, I'm still single after 5,000 boyfriend applications. One creepy DM haunts me. All right, I'm, and it says listen to the article. I bet that won't work either. You're freaking listen to what? Bullshit. Your tech works less than mine. A woman who received 5,000 boyfriend applications is still single 1 year on. Shocker. Probably because she's picky as hell. With some of the bids being far too bizarre to consider. Remember that story we did where the woman posted boots for sale on Facebook Marketplace and two different guys that probably didn't know each other said, will you wear them and let us lick them and we'll pay you $20? That's weird. Now that's weird. Last year, Vera Dijkmans, D-I-J-K-M-A-N-S, Dijkmans, announced via TikTok that she was taking applications from men wanting a shot at being her boyfriend. And the CVs, what's a CV? Quickly started to flood in. What's a CV? CV. I don't know what that is. CV. The model asked prospective beaus, not the headphones, but beaus, B-E-A-U-S, to fill out detailed questionnaires about themselves, including whether they still live with their parents, have booty calls, and whether or not they own a car. God. Remember how, you know what? When I was growing up, 80s, right? So I got my driver's first car at 80. So I turned 16 in 84, 85. I got my license at 17 because my dad was holding my license to get better grades. And when he finally figured out he was only punishing himself, he let me get my license and still have bad grades. But remember how important it was to have a car? This generation now, there's like 25-year-olds. My nephew doesn't have his license that don't even want their licenses. It's like that was the way to finally get freedom, be able to do what I wanted. But having a car was so important to dating for a guy. It was like, and it not only had to you have a car, but it had to have a car that was good enough. I mean, I had a Pinto station wagon, and I've told the story about how that was very handy with the back seat. And it was clean, so it got me what I needed, which was, hey, you want to go out with me? Pinot station wagon, not necessarily a Camaro or a Pontiac Firebird, but yeah, that's good enough because we can go places and do stuff. But it was so important to have a car. So yes, apparently this woman, a car is important. Own a car, live with their parents. That's another story I have. When I was dating, so 2 marriages, those that don't know, yes, I've been divorced twice. So after second marriage, my dad needed a place to live. So I had a house and he moved in with me, and it didn't take long before they would ask, like, well, actually they asked, I preemptive struck it later on. After I got the question a couple times, I just opened up with, by the way, my dad lives with me. I don't live with him. It's my house. Because yeah, no woman wants to date a guy that's living in their dad's house. But as long as it was my house and my dad was living there, apparently that was peachy keen. But if it was his house and I was living there, they were going to close the snack bar down and not give me any. So there's an analogy I've never used before. Damn, Ryan, let's see. It's hard to read if you have beady eyes. Hey, I'm not a member of the rat family. Don't be putting me in the rat family. Although, apparently it's a thing. Remember the role play story we did with Dune? I wonder if women role play with their significant others and make them put on like a rat mask. Oh, it's so hot if you'd wear a rat mask. It's hard to read if you have beady eyes. Speaking of In-N-Out, I'm getting pretty ready to throw the whiskey dick. Jeez. Darren doing Darren things in the chat. McRib sucks. Let's see. What else we got? Is it time? Jeez, I'm running over. I got to get out of here. Damn, Ryan, going fishing tomorrow early. Where'd that come from? That's not it. I'm still in a work uniform. Where did fishing come? Did someone ask you what you're doing this weekend? I'm waiting for the $1 million indecent proposal where I get to screw a rich chick for the million. Jeez, Darren, you got a potty mouth.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
I had a Nova. See, a Nova is a good car. Now, if it was Primer Gray, it goes down a tier, but a lot of Primer Gray in high school. 396 4-speed. DJ LB says you're looking like Richard Dreyfuss tonight. I got my. I can't get the Richard Dreyfuss hat because I would have to walk through the green screen, so I can't wear it. But I can do the imprint. This was no boating accident. It was a great white shark. Actually, this was no boating accident, and it wasn't Jack the Ripper. It's a great white shark. All right. Anyway, what was this creepy guy? I got to get this at least. I teased it already. Out of the thousands of applicants seeking to woo her, who uses the word woo anymore? Woo. Or pitching woo? That is the funniest thing I ever heard when I was a kid. Someone said pitching woo. It was probably an old grandparent. Pitching woo. Apparently that's sex. Pitching woo? What the hell? If someone said pitching woo to me, I would get, that just doesn't sound fun. London-based Vera, who has been in a long-term relationship, shared, I'd say around 5. Where's the creepy one? Come on, don't bury the lead at the bottom of the story. Come on. Despite this disappointing result, still consider experiments. Where's the one? Okay, maybe this is it. One man offered to send me a sample of his blood and asked for mine in return.
Oh, shit.
That's weird. I was thinking he would send it to her. Maybe she can do DNA testing to see if he was adequate or whatever. But he wanted hers. What is? Didn't Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie, they wore vials of each other's blood around that was weird. That was really, 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 really weird.
You must think I'm pretty stupid.
One would-be Romeo although he lives with his parents and doesn't own a car, he does have 2 boats. So that's one of those. Does 2 boats equal living with your parents and having a car? Anyway, whatever. I don't care anymore.
Go home to mommy.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for... I got to play this one more time. It's going to lead the show and it's going to end the show. So I'm still looking for the thing, but one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd.
All right. So one more time, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for being here for the first ever Haunted Horse Show. It'll get better. I've got plans for it. The plans do take time. I do have time to build a little more on this weekend. I will be back Monday with the Haunted Horse Show. And of course, I've got to get on the Hollywood Rejects website because I don't have the show schedule yet. And of course, we've got Ryan does his show at 2 p.m. 5 days a week, and I watch it. You'll see me in the chat, and that chat and me being on Fridays and whatever is all dependent upon my job, but I'm usually there. So 2 p.m. Ryan in Sacramento. Follow him on Twitter. I'd have his Twitter address at the bottom, but I haven't gotten that far yet either. And I'm here 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 5 days a week, depending on what show I'm doing. And follow me on Twitter. You'll see it in your feed. So thanks for coming, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here. It'll get better. It looks good. It'll get more cerebral. There's your big word of the day for the future. Do I even have an ending screen? Yes, I do. And if you watch the Waterhole, you'll say, wow, that font looks familiar. Thanks for coming, everyone. We'll do it again Monday. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day if you have a father. I no longer do. And you're celebrating it with him. Or if you are a father and you're celebrating it with your kiddos, enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. It's going to be fun. We got some sports. I mean, those series are over. But, if you're bored, watch some sports. U.S. Open. I'm interested in that. I saw Rory McIlroy in the top 5 today when I was working. Looked up at the TV, saw him. So there's DeChambeau's up there. So there's a couple of known names. U.S. Open, we'll see. And as first-time chatter, I want to be the one ending screen as my writer. There you go. There you go. You're going to bookend. If I end it right now, you will bookend the show. You were the first, and you will be the last. And for everyone that showed up in the chat, thank you very much. I did see a new face. Marked Man 707. Thanks for checking out the show. Everyone else, I know who you guys are because you guys are part of the loyal followers of the many shows that we do. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Happy Father's Day. I'm out of here. Late.